Okay, so hopefully you can hear me here. Checking audio. Okay, so I'm still testing out OBS Studio. Um, Switched over from Super TuxKart to Flight Gear. This application is a little bit more buggy on my system, at least with the AMD graphics, but it should be a better test of the video performance since the flight simulation requires a lot more resources than kart racing, go-kart racing. So, we're going to try this, turning off pause. Should get some audio here. Okay, so, we're live. Alright, checking the sound settings in OBS Studio. Looks okay, I think. There's no music, so I didn't fiddle with the sound mix here. Okay, Flight Gear, where are you? Here we go. Alright, so just a little background information. I have real world time and real world settings enabled. The real world time is 6:28 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on April 16th. So it's about 6:30 a.m. in April. So sun is just rising. And I'm in my F-15C, which is one of my favorite planes on Flight Gear. Though I'm really inexperienced on this, so haven't really tried many aircraft. I couldn't get the Cessna to work, so this one's easier for me to fly because it has the auto start. And I'm at KCBE in Cumberland, Maryland, Allegheny County, in the United States of America. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and launch the engine. We can take a quick look around before we take off. Well, okay. Let me check the sound settings real quick before we take off. Sound configuration. Okay. Alright. And let's see here. Sound configuration. Let's turn this up a little bit. Fiddle with the sound mix here. Okay, close. I'm going to check the sound mixer. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Still looks good. Okay. So, I know you're getting all excited to take off here. Okay, so I'm going to look around a little bit. And I think it's recording in stereo, but if you're on stereo, if you have headphones on, you should be able to hear this actual sound of the engines change when I look behind me, because based on the placement of the engines. Okay, so this is Cumberland Airport. Again, the sun's rising. It's already coming up. Okay, so we're going to take off here. And yes, the runway is long enough. F-15 doesn't need a very long runway. Okay. And I can take off, but I do not know if I can land, so I haven't gotten that far in the simulator yet. So we're going to try this. Okay, so again, I'm at KCBE, Cumberland, Maryland, United States of America. It's about 6:30 in the morning in April. Okay, here we go. Take off. And I'm using the Logitech 3D Extreme Pro joystick for controlling the aircraft here. And on the headset, I'm actually on the Logitech G930. Okay, so I'm going to try to take off here. And I have real world weather. Okay, here we go. Take off if I don't crash. It's always the second most difficult. So landing is the most difficult. Taking off. I'm watching the altimeter here. Keep it level. Try to get up to about 5,000 feet. Okay. Get a nice view of the trees. Again, this is completely free open source software, in case anyone's wondering. I didn't pay for this. You can download this completely for free. Okay, so I'm going to pause it here. Simulation's paused. And I'm going to cheat a little bit and pull up a map so I can figure out where I'm going, because I'm not very good at reading the terrain. Okay, so you look here at the map and enable data. Okay, so here we're here, KCBE, Greater Cumberland Regional, and we're heading the wrong direction. I'm going to try to go to Washington, D.C., because I know they love having a rogue fighter jets flying over Washington, D.C. Just kidding, don't try it. Okay, so I'm going to do a U-turn here and head this way towards the urban areas. Okay. So I'm going to leave this up for a little bit. But in a real F-15, you won't have an actual map on hand. You can't be reading maps while you're flying. Well, I guess you could, maybe, but probably shouldn't. Okay, so unpause. And I'm going to turn around here. Well, and yes, you can do loop-de-loops if you want to, but it's, it's a fighter jet. You can do, you're very maneuverable in the sky. Okay, well, so I'm not very good at flying this, so I'm just going to try to do a gentle turn here. And you can see on the map, I'm turning around. Okay, and you can look around too. You can see all the, see people still have their lights on. This is this is completely free open source software, and you can actually see the lights at people's houses and stuff. I'm still over Allegheny County, Maryland here. There's the sun. The sun's already up, but I'm like, okay, let me level this out a bit. I'm not flying very good here. Hold on. There we go. So what's my altitude? Altitude's going crazy. What is that? Okay, I'm really high up. Okay. I think, if I'm reading that right. So I'm very, very inexperienced. I've only done this a couple times, so. Okay, why is my altitude spinning? Because I am in a climb. Okay, so I need to watch that. Alright, here we go. Alright. So there's the sun, and you can see a few stars up there. This is a great simulator. You can see a few stars up there. And I'm hoping that the screen recorder is actually recording all this, and it's not going to all lagged out. Otherwise, I'm going to have to drop it down to like 720p resolution. But look at all those stars. That's really nice. So we're actually heading into the sun. So it's early enough in the day that you actually don't need the map. You can just follow the sun if you want to go east. Okay, I think I'm at 45,000 feet here. If I'm reading that altimeter correctly. So we're going to bring it down a little bit. We don't want to go into a dive, though. But we want to take some look at the scenery. So let's bring it down to like 15,000 feet or so. And again, I have real-world weather enabled. So this is the actual weather over Western Maryland right now. Based on live internet data from the NOAA. I think it comes from the NOAA. This is, if you were actually in the sky right now, that's exactly what you would see. Pretty nice. I think that's not completely accurate. I think the last time I checked the forecast is actually cloudy, so it's not clear. But I might actually be above the clouds a bit. Okay, so what's my altitude here? You can see the rendering's not perfect because we're moving pretty quick, and it's actually downloading the scenery, the high-resolution scenery as we fly, so, or as I fly, because you're not actually, it's not a two-seater. They have the two-seater. There is a two-seater option available, so I could fly the two-seater, but I'm actually flying the F-15C, which I'm pretty sure is just a single seat, so there's only one person in here. So you're just watching the video, you're not actually flying with me, so. Okay, so I brought it down to about 15,000 feet here. And I'm actually passing over Hagerstown right now. You notice it only took a few minutes to get from Cumberland to Hagerstown. Okay, hold on, I'm going to pause this. And there's a bug. I don't know how to fix this. Um, the F-15 in the simulator keeps running out of fuel. I don't know if that's realistic or not, but I'm going to cheat here and magically refill the tanks with secret magic from the Department of Defense. They have a magic way. I'm kidding. You can't really do that in real life. It's a simulator. Okay, that way I don't crash from lack of fuel. That's happened to me a few times. Okay, and I'm... Oh no! It crashed. Okay.